Hello there, Internet. It's your boy with Apollo, and I got another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. As today we are going to feature a deck that is quite simply a blast. Alright, so we got a Ziggs TALIYAH midrange list. I wanted to re-explore Ziggs because, like I said in my prior Ziggs video, I wasn't super happy with the final deck. I was combining Ziggs with Action and a bit of an aggressive deck with the Waste Walker as an alternate win condition. And the deck's had its moments, but there were instances in which I felt like I had too many... My space was too clogged up. Like, Action taking up 2 spaces on the board is actually a bit of a detriment, and it didn't really work out well for us. I mean, it wasn't a bad deck per se, but I think... after I was done with that video, I knew Ziggs could provide us more, and I wanted to take a different approach at him. And this is perhaps a more standard approach because it's not the first variant of this deck that you've probably seen, but it's my own take on the archetype, and that is Ziggs with TALIYAH. Now, I'm going to explain a few things as to why this seems to be the deck to play Ziggs in. Ziggs with TALIYAH works really well because TALIYAH is a champion that I've been underestimating a little bit, actually. She got buffed several times in the recent balance patches. She still wasn't relevant because the most competitive deck with her was in conjunction with Malphite. And it's not until we got all of this new landmark synergy and we've been focusing so much on Ziggs and Seraph that I just kind of did not really give TALIYAH the credit where it's due, really, because she is just absolutely threatening in this build, especially alongside Herald of the Magus as a late game win condition. When I'm summoned, if you destroyed 4 or more allied landmarks this game, which is a very easy requirement to meet with this build, you grant your champions everywhere +2/+2 and overwhelm. And this card is so much better in this version of the deck than with Action. It's crazy because it turns out we already knew giving Ziggs Overwhelm is pretty neat. But you know what? Giving TALIYAH Overwhelm is even better. Giving them both Overwhelm is honestly fantastic. So it really does allow us to finish off matches, right? So we're a mid-range deck. We get some damage here and there. We try to get some favorable trades with our vulnerables in conjunction with Endless Devout. The reason why we're playing this over something like the Waste Walker is because, by the way, we have a lot of vulnerable procs. Not only do we have a full set of Rock Copper, but we're also playing a full set of Unraveled Earth, like in our Seraph control deck. And here, we're using the Endless Devout to just dive into the vulnerable unit so we can make use of a stat line, but also make sure it succumbs so that we get the Sarcophagus rolling and we can potentially duplicate it with TALIYAH, or we can just destroy it with Desert Naturalist. Desert Naturalist onto Sarcophagus is so much tempo, it's actually insane. You're playing 4 mana and you're getting a 5/3 with Fearsome and a 5/4. And it's really good both offensively and defensively speaking as well. There's a lot of Stormy decks running around right now, so being able to flood the board from 0 to 3 in one play is a pretty big deal. Speaking of tempo, we're playing a full set of Unleashed Energy. One of the reasons to play this archetype to begin with. We can use this to bop one of our landmarks, may it be one that generates a body or one that stuns, and we can do so at burst speed while also pushing a crazy amount of damage with a +4 power, +2 health boost. Very strong combat trick, a bit expensive for combat tricks nowadays since most are either 2 or 1 mana, but it's definitely worth the amount of, or the price rather, that you're paying for it. But like I said, Herald of the Magus into our champions is the late game win con. Even though we don't have incredible landmarks to duplicate with TALIYAH, she works really well with a bunch of them. Like, for example, with the Explosive Mines, we can play TALIYAH and she can just become kind of like a pseudo Arachnoid Sentry, as we can duplicate Hexblade Minefield and stun another enemy. She can duplicate the Sarcophagus to allow us to generate another 5/3, or she can just duplicate a Preservarium to get us a nice card draw. Generally speaking, you want to prioritize any one of these, even the bomb that the Inventive Chemist leaves behind, over something like a Roiling Sands, right? But if you can only duplicate Roiling Sands, you do what you got to do. Whatever it is to make sure TALIYAH levels up so that she can just be overwhelming with Magus, pun intended. Speaking of overwhelm, I do have a spicy one-off here in Risen Altar. You know me, just trying to be edgy, honestly. I like this card quite a bit as a one-off because it provides us with a overwhelm unit, basically a beefed up Rune Runner that can be spawned at burst speed with Unleashed Energy. That's the big point of this card. Even though, because if Unleashed Energy did not exist, we would not be playing this. And I can definitely assure you, you should not be playing this more as a one-off because it is a big tempo sacrifice, right? Like, you're paying 6 mana and you need to do something else to get it going, right? I'm not playing this card so I can duplicate it with Taliyah and get super fucking greedy, but I do have it so that I can play it in an instance. I have a developed Mord, and then I can go for an Unleashed Energy, spawn a 7/6 with Overwhelm and Spell Shield to aid into my attack while I buff something else +4/+2. It's pretty good as a finisher, and I think I like it as a one-off, though it may or may not put in the work in today's video. We'll have to. I'm not going to spoil it. We'll see. So yeah, we also have a one-off with the Absolver because the champions are fairly easy to level up in this deck, and giving each or any of them Overwhelm can be game-winning, quite simply. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the decks right there. As you guys can see, we're not playing Arsenal and stuff like that. That's more for the... I really love the Seraph, the Zillion. I just love the Landmark archetypes. Like, I finally feel like it's a legit deck and strategy now, you know? Like, it's been building up little by little, but we finally have, you know, some very strong synergies and good reasons to play this. And this is one of the most underrated decks, in my opinion, in the current metagame. Though I'm still more of a fan of the Zillion Seraph version, which I will revisit soon. It's one of my favorite, if not my favorite deck from the expansion. Like, I really, really like that deck, and I think it has a really strong spot in the meta, but so does this one, man. Really overlooked, both of them, at a competitive level, and I really felt like sharing a very good Ziggs list, you know, compared to last time. Definitely an upgrade. So for those of you who enjoy this champion and this playstyle, give this deck a spin. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And that's where I'm going to stop rambling. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content, where I do share a new deck every single day. This whole day, enjoy the games. I'll see you tomorrow. Bandletree. One of the good things about this matchup is that we have triple Desert Naturalists, so we can avoid losing to the Bandletree. We just gotta not get, like, turbo smart, essentially. I'm gonna keep this entire hand because I like everything about it. I like the Rock Hopper for something to do turn 2, and I really like Endless Devout to follow up with the Vulnerable. I don't like turn 1 Protoporo though. Turn 1 Protoporo is a bit of a problem.
Would you look at this place?
Alright. The creation begins. They play little dudes that make more little dudes, and they just never run out of stuff. I could just play Ziggs here and clear this for free, essentially.
Did somebody say explosives?
Because normally, like, I would like to use Endless Devout, right? But I can actually... This deck has to attack. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a 2-for-1 trade. We lost Ziggs, but could have been worse. Can't play Unraveled Earth and Endless Devout though.
Out of my way.
I do want to just block this.
You dropped something.
I dropped everything.
Keep your eyes on the horizon and
Just in
feet
time.
on the ground. My journey won't end until I'm through weaving it.
This animation is so cool, man. It's like there's so much detail in it. We get to use Taliyah. Taliyah with Vulnerable is really good, in case you're wondering. And we're gonna use her to start eliminating the strongest units here.
Turn the stones. Some rocks just won't sit
Just throw some rocks at those Urinals, like, get the fuck out of here! Maybe lose my Naturalist.
Yep, yep, yep.
Nope, nope, nope! Alright. Herald of the Magus. Am I over? I'm almost overdrawing, actually.
I just know the hero's around here somewhere.
I kinda just have to do this. What could they have to protect this? Stress defense, right? Yeah, I have to pay a mana gem for it, but it's definitely a price that I'm willing to pay.
Stand back.
I want to play these Endless Devouts and start clearing his board a little bit.
Let's go! Grab my hat! Comb my mustache!
Are you ready? Let's take it for a spin.
Clear up the board a little bit. Oh man, this mayor is going crazy. Thankfully I have 3 bodies to defend with. We know he's spawned, like one of these is a landmark. We got a decent defense going on here.
I'm back! I don't know why.
I gotta kill that.
What happened again?
It's just too much. And thankfully my 3rd Rite of the Arcane will actually destroy a landmark. Amazing.
Little wounds are just as good as big ones.
I kind of just want to kill this mayor though. How important is it at this stage? Third Ravenous Flock? 3rd Ravenous Flock, alright.
It's majestic, like my moustache with bark.
I shouldn't lose to this next turn, so getting Ziggs seems like it'll be pretty important.
I can see the whole battlefield from here.
I just can't wait! Here we go!
Did somebody say
Explosives? Fuse is burning! Fuse is burning!
Alright.
I'm ready? You're gonna need a bigger boat.
I made a mistake. I should have used the arcane on this, and I would have had an extra space for. So I didn't think about this clearly because I wasn't sure about playing Taliyah, but I definitely, now that I realize, I definitely have to.
Understand my methods.
Threading a needle.
Yeah, we do it like this.
Dive bomb!
How did that?
I definitely made a mistake though, because I could have gone like double unleashed energy, double 5/3s, and he wouldn't have been able to block like this, for example. It doesn't. Oh, I mean, it does matter. It definitely does matter. Like, if there's some way for him to prevent one of these, like that extra body would have been great, but we still knock him out. Misplayed at the end, but I should have thought about it a little bit more clearly. But I'll take it. Lulu Papi. Some more Bando action. I mean, we definitely benefit from the Desert Naturalist. I don't mind the Herald of the Magus, especially considering how little they can interact with like our overwhelm units. But I think we have to try to fish for more early gameplays. Match up with their tempo. Well, we don't really get tempo. We get substance, but not tempo. Okay, that's not awful. Do I need to? No.
More than one way to pick a pine cone. I'll show you.
Okay, I should have gone with this. I should have gone with the Rolling Sands. I forgot about Yordo Smith. I really forgot about Yordo Smith here.
You best believe I don't play.
I'm gonna play Endless Devout. This can just completely halt his attack unless he has some sort of buff.
Serving lead.
It's fantastic. Works out. Takes out my ability to play the Desert Natural this turn, but I think that's fine. Getting a review is nice. I mean, being able to halt his attack like that,
Well, farted.
it's pretty important.
This mama is a beast mama.
I'm gonna take my champion here.
Remember what I told you?
Swing low, send it sky high. I'll make you proud.
Looking for an anvil. Trick is to swing harder.
If it was important, they should have built it
It's
there.
important for me to rebuild this board. This way I trigger the Ziggs level up as well. In case he has a relentless pursuit.
Get out of here. Get.
Get in.
I'm gonna attack like this because then this is probably the turn where I go Herald of Magus. I also want to clear up my board a little bit so I can Taliyah.
I should make a speech. Where's my speech?
Pops in your hat. I put it in your hat this morning. loud and loud.
Get out of here! Get!
We heal up the Grumpy Rock Bear as we stun there. I'm thinking about, dude, can I justify? I mean, I can play these two next turn. He's already shown one Relentless Pursuit. Okay.
A sacrifice.
I suppose you'll do.
Should have swapped these two, but there's always a threat of Relentless Pursuit. How threatening is it? Because I really want to resort to this, but I don't think I can.
Get out of here! Get!
I can just Talia next turn. I can Talia now. What happens if we Talia now? I mean, we're pretty big. Relentless Pursuit is 3 mana. We get one of these dragged in. We can trade into that.
Goggles, powder, matches, let her rip! Another day, another explosion!
Let's see if he's got the pursuit. Let's think this through. We can double stun and set up a very powerful turn. Yeah.
My journey won't end until I'm through weaving it. Come on, there's so much to see.
So I stun the two thickest units with my 2 Overwhelms, and I still have the Unleashed Energy for burst, speed, stun if he tries to play another big blocker.
Here I am, wherever here is.
But for now,
Rolling rocks.
I just gotta do this.
Some rocks just won't sit still.
Oh, I can fix that.
Still lethal. Still lethal on its own. I don't even need Unleashed Energy. Okay, now shit gets interesting. Alright, but if I stun you... No, yeah. I gotcha. Got him! Ah, sexy as hell. There we go. Oh man, we were taking a beating, but we kept stalling Poppy. What a great day, cause I won. Pirates. This spooks me, cause this deck could be a little bit too fast for us. First of all, we gotta keep just 1/3 drop, and I'm gonna argue for Endless Devout since we don't care if it dies. Because we need some early plays. Just like I would like my Chemist, my 1-drop. That would be so great to draw. Come on, heart of the cards, heart of the shit. I'm gonna meditate.
You won't get past me.
It didn't work. Meditating sucks.
Ready?
Oh man, it would have been so good if I had that 1-drop. Can I get a Rock Hopper here? Rock Hopper would be pretty nice. No, okay. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. You're late!
I'll shoot the wings off a built.
That's why I don't like aggro, man. It's just like, the games against aggro are just like, did you draw your early game? No? Well, you're gonna have a bad time.
If they don't break,
Alright, alright.
The few for the many.
I can block into you, and then I can figure things out.
Ye started without me.
Alright, never mind.
I'll do better this time.
Good times. we draw our 2-1 drops like right after we needed them. That's glorious.
Now where did I leave that beaker? Gotta go with the flow.
Probably should have played Desert Naturalist here.
It explodes, of course. Go ahead, light the fuse.
I kind of derped you, didn't I? Yeah, I derped big time actually. I derped big time.
One for you and one for you.
Derped big time.
Okay, ready.
Eat my smoke.
They attacked me.
Little booms are just as good as big ones.
Maybe I could have had a better shot if I played this, but I mean, to be fair, he didn't have to block with a 2-2 anyways. So I don't think it ultimately would have made too much of a difference.
What does that thing do?
It explodes, of course. Go ahead, light the fuse.
We're gonna die. Dun, 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 dun.
I just can't wait. Here we go.
I mean, they can block here, which allows them to preserve at 5 health. But if they kill me, they kill me. So
We live here.
if they have lethal like Noxian Fervor, then we're dead anyways. All right, fun match. Hey, at least the thing about aggro decks is that the games are over quickly, right? GG. We'll try to draw our 1 drops next time. Alright, we got a bit of a slower matchup this time. We get to play the game. Feels good. And now we have a 1 drop. That's fantastic. I'm actually I'm very tempted to keep double. I'm gonna keep 1 Preservarium. I don't know. I need to be that greedy. Like I will draw. Yeah, it keeps coming back.
Now where did I leave that beaker?
Yeah, where were you? Back against the Pirates.
Got it.
Slacking. Alright, Talia is pretty good here, like, being able to just copy the... Don't go hard, right? You're not like that weird, like, some go hard variants.
Genius. Wanna see what it does?
Alright, he did get the boost of the darkness, but at least we killed it. And what else we got here? Okay.
Not flammable? Is that a challenge?
That's a bit annoying. Not the greatest. I mean, yeah, making this 3 costs is a bit annoying. I mean, I could just trade with this immediately. But what if he has another Twisted Catalyzer? I can't risk that. Alright. Magus is getting close. I think the best option that we have here
If it was important, they should have built it.
is Desert Naturalist, because this darkness does not clear any of my units. be able to deal with Veigar, unfortunately.
Did you call me?
Good hit. You're gonna play Herald. It dies to another darkness, but
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that to you, little guy.
Witness true power. I want my head, and I want it now.
Lord Veigar, you cannot rush perfection.
I've never tried this chemical before.
Inventive Chemist, like Loki, does so much for Talia. Just having a 1-drop that spawns landmarks is so good.
Eye forward. Keep your distance.
The darkness consumes you.
I don't know why I could just.
My journey won't end until I'm through weaving it.
There's obviously many more to take into account.
Come on, there's so much to see.
The hour approaches.
But we're falling rocks.
You can play everything at fast speed.
Tag, we're in.
I don't feel like we gotta attack here.
Oh, my dear.
Give up now.
Man, if he lets his attack go through like this, we're in for a sexy unleashed energy burst speed lethal here. Ah.
Look, a thing.
Oh, don't discard this, please. Oh my god. I would have been like, no. I'm gonna let Veigar live because I like him. Clean. Clean kill, baby! Ah! Beautiful. Beautiful!
We should do this more often.
I always go with the winning joke, but whatever.